Bouncer shouldn't have spoken on DigDat's downfall. Did DigDat even need Bouncer? Big shout out to Real Talks, True Stories podcast. Deep YouTube. I've been locked in. I'm subscribed. Sick conversation. I want to kind of react to the video that they made clip. I know it's inside a long podcast. They chopped it up. And I know that one or two of them's been in the game for a long time in the music scene. So big up, man. Also, I want to break down something. I saw a clip with Tanks. He interviewed, I don't know, one of the guys that he's like a journalist. He journals all the cases. He's the one that journaled DigDat's case. And also, in one of Tanks' videos, he kind of stated, he was like, Bouncer and Luga Vels, that podcast made it worse for DigDat. That's what he said. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So I want to watch that interview as well. I did see clips of it. And also, I want to kind of talk about, there was another brother from Birmingham. I have spoken to him. And he said something about Bouncer's disgusting. He's always using DigDat for clout, or he's using DigDat for clout. So let's get into this. Let's get into this properly and kind of give you talk from where I'm coming from, just so you look kind of know. Because do you know what it is? I know what I realize. If you don't go through the certain traumas, or you don't go through L's, or you don't happen, everyone thinks that. Do you know what I mean? Oh, you shouldn't have done this, but they don't understand what you're going through when you're going through certain things. But let's watch this. You get me? Let's watch this.
Surprised.
So how did he get down?
DNA evidence, AMPRs, all of that.
Obviously the whips,
cell sites,
they're
whips.
using.
Yeah, there's bare evidence, bro. If you look at, I saw it online, bro.
Yeah.
Bruv, they had like pictures of him using his car to pick up the other car and all that. Basically, like it was a bit sloppy, bro.
They got his gal involved in that.
Yeah, he went back to the yard after to make it look like he was sleeping there, and he never normally stays there or something.
That's so fortunate, man. Because remember, he had a good career, man. And
did he?
Yeah.
Well, he looked like the guy was icy. I see him in Novikov.
He was definitely icy.
I saw him in Novikov one time. Yeah.
Did he?
And I was just eating, and I looked over there. I said, "Is that guy with the icy chain?" I was, "Oh, that's my man, isn't it?"
Oh, you saw him in Novikov?
Yeah. And I was like, "Yo," I raised my glasses, like, "Hey."
Gangster.
But he didn't really. I don't think he I don't know if these young rappers know who man are, but I'm just paying homage to. You get me? And we know. Two niggas in Novikov, man, they celebrate.
Why not, innit?
Yeah,
So
man.
we made it.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I was just like, hey.
I was gonna say that though. You will respect your gangster anyway, even if you don't know your raps. That's good because we'll recognize.
Yeah, there we go.
Energy and aura.
Legend.
You know what I mean? But bro, it's alright. If we're talking about Ice and Busta, he made it. Yeah, 100% great. But I don't think that's what we call a great career. Someone being icy.
But he's respected though.
His music is cold. Let's have it right.
Yeah.
He's cold, bro. When it comes to drill, he's like top tier drill,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
I always put him in my
But
top
since
5 drill all time.
we do that, don't remember, even when
yeah.
it's the rhythms, bro, dark tunes and that the beats, crazy. But you see, like when it comes to like the actual people that get the record deals and cut through and get the big features and that, he didn't seem to get looking after the bounce thing.
No, obviously after the bouncer thing, but we can't keep looking at that though, like the numbers and the deals and rare, like. Cause I feel like that's where the music we start to lose the essence of what the music actually means. So he moved people, bro. His flow was wicked.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
You get me?
When it comes to drill, he's one of the best. Obviously he's one of the realest.
I don't think Bouncer should have been like, talking on his downfall though. I did see some stuff.
He's streaming, innit?
Yeah, I don't really think. I think.
Why not?
Because they got bad.
I don't think man should do that in general.
Because you know why? Because they got bad blood, and it's just like, come on, man, you
just
throw
look
salt
salty.
in his wound.
Yeah,
I hear it,
I
but
mean, like,
he
let the guy
was
do his
the reason
time.
Why my man blew?
I hear you still.
Bouncer.
Nah, man.
Nah, he was, bro.
You think?
You can have talent, but it's about the way you navigate that talent. Yeah, I'm trying to say. And
So
Bouncer navigated that into a way where he made man $1 million, bro.
But you're telling me he could have done that without him? He could have done that without him at some
Nah,
point?
he couldn't have done it without him still. I'll be real, that initial push that Bouncer gave him, I don't think he could have done it.
Alright, this is a sick grown conversation. I love it. You get me? I hear you, my bro, when you're saying throwing salt and on the wounds. Yeah, I hear you still. But listen to man. All 4 man. Yeah, when you lot watch this, yeah, just understand this. Yeah, imagine you've all done long time in prison. Yeah, you've all done. Let's say you come out from doing 10 years in prison. You're going back and forth. You're trapped in that cycle. You're trapped in the cycle. You've come out and you've got a little bit of peas around you. You want to invest, but you're not looking at it invest. You just want to build. You want to get into music. You're seeing all your friends around you. You're seeing other people doing well. You just want to be a music manager. Bro, you don't know the logistics around music. You don't know what charts are. I didn't know what even drill was until my DigDat's brother was like, oh, he does drill. I don't know what drill is. I just wanted to manage an artist, yeah? Imagine building something with someone. Now, just picture. Imagine being with your homies, building something with someone. You're building something, right? And then you're all in this, you get me? It's never about the money. Like, it was never about the money. Like, we never thought in a million years that we'll get signed for £1 million or £1 million or over 2 projects. Or you'll never think, it was never about the money, but man's just trying to get out of the hood. Man's trying to not come back to jail, go back to jail. Man's trying to not come out of prison and sell drugs or do robberies again. Man's figuring that out. Listen, God gave man a second chance. Within 3-4 songs, within 3 videos, like proper videos, my man's got a song that's really connected and it's blown. Like, it's blown, you get me? Luckily, from the people around me, used man's resources, it made sense, we've done the hard work. He's the talent, like, great. Like, man's just figuring it out. I'm learning as I go, but I'm willing to learn. Now imagine, you've done all of that, money's coming in, things start to get a bit like, oh shit, like, we're getting money. Obviously, money's naturally gonna change people, innit? For the good or the worse, it is what it is. It's something that we can't. It just is what it is. You know, you've probably been around with people that's kind of seeing the difference. Yeah, cool. We've done the deal structure, whatever. Fast forward, boom. He's been signed. You get me? He's been signed. The first project is gone for this. The second project is larger. The whole deal. You get me? The whole deal's been thingied. Cool. He's been signed. He's got the label. He's got everything that he needs now. He don't need nothing else. Why do I need to give a percentage to my manager? Why? Why do I need to do that? I don't really need you now. Oh, see you later. Now, okay, if he said see you later, but here I'm going to honor your percentage from the deal that you got, moving on, anything man's doing, I don't honor your percentage. Because just try and know, guys, you see contracts. There's people that sign contracts that, and I'm telling you, go look this up. And you lot that's in the music world, you get me, legends, you lot will kind of know, you lot will confirm me. There's people that sign management contracts, and there's managers that still make money from their artists 1-2 years after they've left them, just in case. There's no contract to it, man. Man's not educated enough. No one's not around me saying contract. You don't know about that. And then, even if a contract now came just out of the blue, money's involved, it would look weird because you never started a contract from the start, because it was never serious. Like, we were just trying a thing. Like we didn't know about where the highest heights. We cared about flipping getting 1 million views, bro. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? So now understand this, yeah. I come from the world of coming out of prison, not great money management, the money that man's making, I'm buying it into jewelry, clothes, facade. I've got most of man's money that you lot can see in man's face when it comes to watch, kettles, chains, and man ain't really got much capital. I take accountability to that. It is what it is. I take accountability, yeah? Cool. So imagine you thinking, okay, cool, I'm going to get my management money. I've parted ways with my man, but no matter what, you're going to get that management money saying, wow, I ain't got no money for you. No, I ain't got no money for you. So now you've just lost 6 figures. You've got children, you've lost 6 figures. COVID's hit. You've had to move out of your house. You've had to go back to your mum's house and live on a blow-up bed. So hold on. Let me break something down to you lot, yeah? If you're on the roads and you're jogging, and someone bumps you for 10 bricks, yeah? Are you going to be salty? Like, ask me, are you going to be salty? But not only that, are you going to be salty? Are you going to, let's just be real. Are you going to want to be violent to that person? Like, are you gonna think violent thoughts to that person, no matter what? Someone's bumped you for 10 bricks. So what's the difference, bro, between someone bumping you for 10 bricks, but in the corporate world, that you haven't signed a contract and someone taking 6 figures from you? Now, I could have gone two ways with this. Now, I'm gonna break down where man's come from, the transition, and how people see man now, which for me, I would rather how people see me now than people see me as that person growing up. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But just picture yourself, like you've built, someone's giving you 10 bricks, weed, whatever, bro, 6 figures, and they've run off. How are you going to feel? Okay, you can go two ways. You can take it road, where you're almost losing your freedom. You've just come out of jail. You're thinking of doing something real scatty, yeah? Because when we look at my man, okay, cool, this is what happened to him and whatnot. Now you know the stuff that man was trying to manage, or man was around that man was trying to manage and step away from, because we're from that world, yeah? You understand, when I'm saying this to you, the man them, you'll understand what I'm saying, yeah? So this has happened now. You've moved back to your mum's. You're on the blow-up bed. It's lockdown. My man's at the highest heights. He's gone, he's at that top, bam, he's there. Like, trust me, I don't care what no one says. He was the #1 drill artist there. All these other ones that was trying to get to there, he was there, bro. You get me? Cool. You've lost everything. Now you're thinking, rah, should I do road and act on it? Because we've seen people do road for less. We've seen people get killed for £10. We've seen people do scattiness for less. Or do you kind of share your experience, educate the youth, educate people, educate the game, and let people know, listen, do contracts, this. Cool. I've done a podcast years ago, shared my experience. It's two ways. People seeing it in two ways. But leading on to it, what I don't understand, yeah, guys, yeah, is let me ask this question to you, like, and you let me know in the comments. If someone took 6 figures from you, 6 figures, yeah, would you be upset? Would you be upset? Would you lose sleep? Would it traumatize you a bit? Would it? Tell me, you tell me. If someone took 6 figures, would you be upset? And that's what I want you guys to kind of answer that. Just sitting down in man's shoes, would you be upset? Because when I hear, boom, speaking on my man throwing salt on the wounds, I hear you, but I don't think you're actually understanding what's actually going on. Because it's like, cool, you got to understand, yeah? Me and my man don't have beef. We don't have beef. There's not an issue there. We don't have beef. So if I go on and I'm sharing my experience of what's happened, I'm sharing my experience of this is what happened. He got into the labels. When he went into the labels, this is what happened. Some funny stuff within the labels happened. This. I got kicked out. Period. Like, that's it. You get me? Similar to something that happened on road, but it's happened in a corporate, professional manner. And now in the corporate professional manner, unfortunately, bro, you can't flipping bring your WAP, or you can't get banned. You can't just run up into Sony or do some madness. That's you're losing your mind. You get me? You have to evolve from that and understand you're in business now and you've evolved. But just understanding the transition from someone that has come out of jail from serving a long time in prison and making that transition into a corporate, into the corporate. But let's listen to the rest.
I respect what Bounce done for him.
You spent like 7 years in jail when he was 13, fam.
Yeah, that's why he bucked him, innit?
Yeah.
Well, what's Bounce's accolades though? Him and Little Man.
Yeah, I think DigDat's is his biggest accolade.
Man said him and Little Man.
points. Because if Dancer has that je ne sais quoi, then he can just do it to another brother tomorrow, innit? And he's streaming now.
I mean, obviously, he's got the wicked and bad thing.
Hey, streamers where is that now, man? You can't just look down as like a streamer and you fell off.
No, not necessarily. No, you're right. No, streamers bigger than bad, yeah. But I'm saying. I know that sounds a bit bad, didn't it?
No, but I get what you're saying.
I didn't mean it like that, man.
Man said, what's accolades, little man.
I don't know. All I'm saying is,
just
if he's
streaming
got
in
that,
Dubai.
can't he make another another little man?
I don't think he wants to.
But also as well, it seems like they didn't like their management from him.
Yeah, I don't think they want to.
Yeah,
I think he's just on his OT streaming.
Maybe it's
no, but I think
He's saying something else.
I think Little Man's Little Man never had, Little Man said robbed it and dig that. Yeah, didn't really like the way he was managing him, right?
Well, you say just took the money and just streamed it up.
Wait.
My bro, DigDat didn't say anything. DigDat has not done not one interview. So, yeah, man, that's not true. Little man, I got accolades, bro. Let's not downplay this thing, fam, man. Let's not downplay DigDat's thing. You get me? I don't know. You might have platinum records, my bro. I don't know. Let us know your accolades, how it was back then when you was doing music. But this is the new era now. So I've got plats. I've got accolades. You get me? And I've got other accolades. Like I managed Coombs, bro. 100 million streams from one song. Like I got accolades, bro. Do you know what I mean, my brothers? If we want to go down and look at the stuff that man's done for the culture, I've got accolades. You might have been there from way back when it was back in my day, but man shifted culture, you get me? So yeah, bro, I can sit down and stream, you get me? Because I make money outside the culture. Just like you're sitting on the podcast and you're saying what's Bouncer's accolades. But if you want to go for accolade, bro, man can really do it, bro. And there's artists, bro, that man's developing now, bro, that you may have heard that's coming through, bro, where man's building artists from 500 monthly listeners to 100,000 monthly listeners in 90 days. Bro, that's accolades, bro. You get me, my brother? So if we went artist for artist, which I'm happy to do so, and we'll see who can actually develop the artist the quickest. You get me? There's artists that you lot are probably listening to that man's behind, but I just don't speak about it. So yeah, don't ever think you can downplay man's accolades. Yeah, big shout out to you, my bro, but man has to kind of say these things. You get me? Man can't let a man come on a podcast and be like, oh, Little Man. Don't ever downplay Little Man's thing as well, bro, because that's something that the world has never seen, bro. You get me? So let's call a spade a spade. I know we're on the podcast and talking man's truth, bro, but let's not do that, man. Let's not do that.
We're to buy it. Put some cameras.
I got a streaming set up.
One road, like,
yeah.
He saw Billy the Goat, I think.
But I wouldn't even talk about Bouncer in any way, yeah, because I don't know him. But when you start talking about people, like with me, and talking about people now, you open yourself up to be spoken about.
Of course.
About whatever I'm saying.
Of course.
So, it's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, it's fair.
No, it's fair.
I think what it was as well, what I agree with you as well, is because I don't know Bouncer either, but I think when he done the interview with Striker, which is the guy that got hit up, that was weird.
What? Bouncer done it. Bouncer done it. That's a bit mad. That's crazy. Nah.
Yeah, but they tried to do the whole thing where like
that's a bit crazy.
where it helped in court because they're just talking about like
they should just not have talked.
Yeah, that's my opinion as well. That's why
I think with Bouncer he was very like businessman with everything, man.
Because they're saying the opposite stuff and that.
Yeah, but I mean, it's
less is more. Less is more.
Like,
I hear what you're saying about less is more, bro, but let's talk about you don't know about the facts of what's happened in court, yeah? And we're gonna go into that side of things, Striker, whatnot. But if you're saying less is more, bro, the guy has not even come on the stand, bro. His only alibi was he went to go and get the chain and man's the interview. So I know what you're saying, less is more, but bro, like, there's good intentions around it, my bro. You get me? Because the case is peak, innit, bro? The case was peak, innit? Do you know what I'm trying to say? And there's things outside that you may not know of, but you only see on the internet now. So when you're like, oh, my man's gone on a podcast with Striker, and like, everyone's like, that's mad. You get me? Why is it mad, bro? Why is that mad? It's not mad. You get me? Do you know what I mean? You don't know stuff that's leading up or why a man's gone on there or anything. It's just, it's mad. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But I hear you, bro. And Abs, bro, I'm a big supporter of you. So you lot, everyone that's watching this, you get me? You lot watching, don't ever think that man's disrespecting any of these lot, because it's not that. And I'm not going back and forth like in the sense, it's not that. Man's just a streamer. Man's just streaming. Man's just reacting, you get me? I'm just talking to things. And you're right, open yourself up for discussion. But I kind of realize, man, like, this is what happens when you help. This is what I'm trying to say. Maybe, I'm not sure if you lot have, you probably have, you get me? But when you're that investor and you're investing into people, it can backfire on you. And if you've been there, you may know, you get me? Your L's might not be in public, but my L's are in public, so it makes people talk on it, and it makes man think, oh shit. But I just want to correct you. DigDat has never come out and said he's unhappy with what man's done. The deal, what happened is he just got a deal, people got in his ears, he's got dough, and he just done the road thing like man would have done back in the day. That's it, bro. Like everyone else would have done. That's all that happened. It's nothing looking into it.
Man glid already, bro. Like, what more can you do to help? Yeah, I'm trying to say that.
I wouldn't even talk on it, bro. I was get me.
So that's why I think it's really just for content. Because everyone knows Bouncer, DigDat. Let's hear what you're saying on it.
Alright, to go tackle your original, because I've been thinking, I've just been sitting there thinking while you lot are cooking and that, Blood. When they done the Air Force One remix, and they put Krypton, Conan and K-Trap and all that on it and that, I remember at the time, Giggs tweeted something about them man being goal hangers.
Oh yeah, Krypton.
Yeah. Because they jump, because they jump on tunes when they're popping and the remix and it's already big without them. Yeah, that was a fair point as well. But I wouldn't say necessarily they're goal hangers. But I would say that they didn't need them on it. Do you get it? Even it adds to it.
So this is what I mean. Here, get me? Whatever Giggs and Krypton Conan had at the time, they had at the time. You get me? Whatever, boom, it's the internet. Everyone's cool now. Bro, I am the one, bro, that put them on the remix. And what it done for the remix, because the song was on like 98 in the charts. There was no jump. The remix and the actual song, it did because it went top 20. It would have never gone top 20 and created history or been the first ever drill song to chart a top 20 single independently if it wasn't for that remix. So yes, my bro, they did need it. And yes, he did need it. He definitely did need that. DigDat definitely needed that top 20 because what that done for his price is it brought him into a different bracket. But then it was like, okay, you've got one. In music, you need around a couple before you start sitting down and negotiating with the big boys. Now we had a couple, but you needed a couple. After the Hardy Caprio one, it brought man into that mainstream world. That song's platinum. Then it's like, okay, cool, yeah, boom, he's here. He's here.
And it helps.
I feel that's more of an ends thing rather than
but
you gotta understand.
Yeah.
No, he's from Deptford. He's
from their ends. So
he's from Deptford, bro.
Yeah, but that sounds.
Bouncer's from there. That's what I'm trying to say. But that's what I'm trying to say. Let me cook. I'm saying Bouncer. When we're saying right, what they say he done for DigDat is good. Still, like pay for the video, borrowed some jewels from somewhere, so they can wear them and that. All of that. No.
We don't know that until about to tell us.
Yeah.
I mean, man, both the tools. That's his, he knows what he's doing, you know.
He knows what he's doing. Bro. Nah, I like that still. This is the internet, innit? It's the internet.
I've done this, boom.
Wait, let me land.
Go.
Let me land, because bro, I'm getting cut and he's making it more official because bro, when he did, bro, you know if you're a sicko from the ends and you're already a bully, because Bouncer's a big ute, yo. It's called Bouncer for a reason. He's known in his ends, bruv, yeah? Bouncer's known where he's from. I know people that know him. I know he's known, yeah? Cool. Bruv, if he starts terrorizing man in the music industry, he's gonna be Shook Knight, bro. Yeah. 100. So he's got to chill. So instead of
look at his face.
No, in terms of like how
you said who?
The youngest.
Yeah. Oh. So what I'm trying to say is the best way.
I can't lie, bro. My brother, we're from probably the different worlds. You get me? And I know if he started terrorizing man in the music industry, just call a spade a spade. Not every rapper's a gangster, bro. Not every rapper that's from the streets, is it? So you can't really say, the youngers, you can't terrorize me. You get me, my bro? Because maybe if you was from man's end, the man had issue with you back then, you would have got terrorized, bro. Maybe you would have terrorized man, but come on, bro. This is what I mean. Because you see man online and you see man here or saying little man or you're my people or Aki, you get confused, bro. Sometimes man get confused, yeah, of where man actually come from. Like deep down where man come from. Like you totally get confused of it.
The way to do it is to say, I let in my jewels. Because now you're mugging it, but you're not being a prick. Yeah.
No, I agree with Abs on this one.
You're boying it.
Abs, I agree with you, bro. Listen, I agree with you on this one. And if I was to say the first podcast that I ever done, some of the stuff that I said was wrong, yes. I agree. Listen, I agree with you what you're saying. But you gotta understand, man's come out of prison. There's no media training. It's just like, oh yeah, boom. I'm gonna jump on this, mate, man, boom. Oh, corporate. Oh, man's robbed me corporate. Okay, I'm gonna do corporate. So understand this. Oh, man's robbed me corporate. Okay, I'm gonna do corporate. This is what I'm gonna do corporate. Oh, but you don't see it in these ways. You don't see that.
But you're doing it in a sly way. Arms Corleone.
Oh, that wasn't good. That wasn't good.
No, but come on, man.
There was some MMA specialist.
Man,
Nah, it wasn't good.
I remember that fight.
That was a funny fight still.
It was.
Funny,
It wasn't good. It wasn't good.
Funny.
It wasn't good.
Sumo wrestling.
Sumo wrestling, that's what it was.
No cardio, you know.
Still.
All them muscles, bro.
They didn't
Pause.
train at all, bro.
Bro, man, there's this
Bro,
guy on the floor. Stop.
That was hilarious.
nah, it was.
I think that DigDat just needed an opportunity. He didn't need bouncer. I think he just needed an opportunity. He just needed someone to come in, clean it up a little bit, show him the ropes in the game.
Yeah.
Remember that you lived in jail, bro.
Yeah.
He had an attempted AM already before he come on for that.
So if DigDat, you gotta ask yourself this question, and if DigDat needed the opportunity, we parted ways at the song 8 Mile. I'll show you later on down. We parted ways at 8 Mile, yeah? He's at the highest heights. We've parted ways. So what does DigDat do after 8 Mile? We'll talk about this in a bit. Because I just want to ask the question.
Long, bro.
But then what are we saying?
He's been in jail longer than he was out, apparently.
Yeah.
That's why when the man...
I can't lie to you. No matter how we say it, yeah, the story's been written, innit? Bounce to help man,
Bruv,
bro.
Yeah,
my dog.
Imagine how many youths that are DigDats that haven't found a bouncer.
Yeah.
I'm trying to say, and they run through bare managers and that.
Nah, that's true as well.
You get me?
There's two sides to it.
Man found bouncer, boom, blew up. Now it's did he need bouncer? Of course he did.
I think the
You
reason...
know what? Fair play. That's very true. You know, a lot of the time, there's the
can't
people
deny
that
it.
helped you in the start of your career that actually makes it, and then sometimes, you know, a lot of the time they get on and then they don't want to know who actually, you know, helped lay the foundations to their team. 100%.
Luckily, my man found the right manager straight away.
But don't you think, like, my point of bringing up Krypton Conan weren't just to like remind people about the gig suite? It was more like, Bouncer had access to major features.
Bro,
and obviously jewelry and cars and the industry, link up TV.
First jewel tune to chart.
Yeah. What, in the country?
Yeah, bro. First ever UK jewel song to chart in the UK.
They got DigDat, man. They got Bouncer.
What's it? What was the tune called? Air Force Remix, bro.
Yeah, it was the remix.
Yeah, the remix, bro. That was the tune that charted, not the original, innit?
Oh.
Yeah, so
maybe they need Krypton Conan.
You get me?
That
Bro.
kid,
It's true because
that K-trap with a baddie in it as well.
Yeah, bro.
Old
you get
school.
me?
Yeah,
The song was powerful, man. It needed everyone. You know what I mean? What happened there, it needed everyone. And Krypton Conan are legends. I'm not saying it because they're man's bros. Just saying that what they've done in the scene, they're legends. You get me? When anyone else does 100 other remixes or whatnot, no one don't say, oh yeah, jump on the youths for this or that. You get me? Big shout out to my brother Chip. Chip's the king of remixes. You get me? But no one's like, oh, boom. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So it's just what holds that, what the shoe fits, innit? You know? So,
Well, I think. Do you know what it is though? What Pabs was saying about like reacting to it online. I think there's so much things you can blog about, bro. You should have just left that one.
Yeah, it's a bit
Left it, bro.
It was a bit test.
Nah, bro.
That's how people see it.
Man,
Content's
I'm
content.
feeling for the content now.
Trap Lord Ross, bro.
Content, fam.
Trap Lord Flashy, you know.
Flashy, big shots, flashy, man.
I said content's content.
That's content creator. I'm just saying content.
You know why? Because it's just like
That's the problem.
I know.
That's the issue.
Yeah, it's long, bro.
And you can imagine my man just in jail right now, just steam coming out of his ears, thinking, yeah, all right, cool, because he can't do nothing. He don't have a voice. You get me?
Yeah.
So you know, I don't know. I just think it's a
I hear you.
distasteful.
I hear you still.
No.
No, I hear you still.
At the end of the day,
I hear you still.
We're all humans, bro.
He should have
morals, innit?
Yeah. He
Should have just sell out for internet.
I just left it, man. Like
Yeah.
I hear you, bro. I hear you. I do hear you, my brother. Do you know what I'm trying to say? When 50 Cent is saying, oh, he's smoking on a Gotti pack or whatever, yeah, and everyone's saying, oh, my man's out of order, yeah, he's out of order, or rare, he has no chill. But people don't forget that them not tried to M him off. You get me? So now he's saying it, they actually don't get on. But people actually don't forget that I got robbed in the corporate world. So when the man's speaking on things, I'm generally not even speaking on him because I'm happy, because you got to understand, whether a man declines or a man blows up, my name's still going to be there, and that's something you can't take away. You can try to justify it, but you still can't take away. And man's going to want a man blowing up to highest heights, because people are going to say, if it wasn't for my man, if it wasn't for Bouncer, he wouldn't be X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like, bro, I'm a content creator. I make content. I speak on things. I break things down. I have no filter. I speak on everything. Do you know what it is? A lot of people finding what man's saying uncomfortable. But sometimes it's like, it is what it is. You get me? Man's speaking on him, man's saying, because you got to understand, you see with DigDat, the position that you see him now is the position that man's been trying to stop from the start, bro. You just did, but it's like, it's not something that man's on the internet saying, oh yeah, flipping, yeah, bro, we're rolling with WAPs and yeah, we was outside and we're going to shows with rares. Like, you need, like, man's not saying that, bro. Do you know what I mean? Man's dealing with it in private. So when man's seeing all this stuff online, of course I'm gonna speak on it. Why wouldn't I speak on it? You're saying that I shouldn't have spoken it, but why wouldn't I leave that out? If I want to make 100 videos about, oh, this is what we done, this is what we done, then I will. You know what I'm trying to say? But I don't know. I do. Look, there's certain points in this what man's saying, like the number one, the first podcast, take accountability for that. Do you know what I mean? There's things that I shouldn't have said. And there's some areas that, man, people can say, oh yeah, he shouldn't have spoke on DigDat's downfall. But the kid had the world at his feet. So, like, everyone can't fucking, if man wants to go out like the biggest G, man can go out like the biggest G, bro. You get me? If man wants to go out like the biggest G, there's people that flipping there's people that plan things, you get me, and they're not present, and there's people that wants to be present and now they're in that position. Bro, that's a you thing, bro. You get me? Like really and truly, I could be on the internet, yeah, and I can be like, talk reckless, and people will say, wow, my man is out of order. But everyone keeps on forgetting, yeah, that I'm actually 6 figures down. How are you going to feel if you had 100 and something bags on the table and someone took that, bro? Answer it. My man next to Abs. Cool. Answer it, bro. Like I kind of hear that you was from that world, you're from the streets, boom, boom, boom. What are you going to do? Okay, my bro. So, and I know man's not going to be like, okay, yeah, let's not be bitter or let's not think. Man's not bitter. Like, man's not bitter, and man's genuinely upset that happened to him. Do you know what I'm trying to say? When you was trying to prevent that from happening to him from a long time, but it's the people around you.
Yeah, I just left it.
Yeah, the most I'd want to hear from him was like, free him.
Yeah.
With no other words.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even that could be taken as like a...
I just left it. It's unfortunate, and that's it.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
So, but all right. So that though, yeah, is like mad because my man, he's been sentenced yet, or?
Yeah, I think
Has he?
No, I think he's been charged. He's definitely found guilty.
Yeah, he's found guilty, but he hasn't been charged, yeah.
No, he's been charged and found guilty,
Oh, yeah,
but
he
they
hasn't
hasn't been
been sentenced,
sentenced.
yeah.
But that's gonna be a mad one, you know, bro, because of the evidence in that. So,
Bro, the whole of the scene's locked up, bro. Obviously, people are coming out, but the drill thing, oh man, for now, I'll be real, until Digger's out, it's dead.
But you know what? Think about releasing. Digger D, you mean? But Dig that if he could probably still release from jail because man are in jail getting their albums,
making some money.
You know what I'm saying?
They are, but I don't know, because as much as you say, like you said, you need the links for that. I don't know if he's got.
see the iPhone now.
iPhone.
You do.
That's what
but,
Vibes Cartel done.
Yeah, but it's Vibes Cartel, bro.
Mars Malone.
And there's barely.
Can't lie, Mars Malone, he's done that. Mars Malone has done serious numbers. Serious.
Links for Vibes
Yeah,
Cartel.
but what about Mons Malone?
Oh, see?
I don't know how he gets these things so clear,
That's
bro.
what I'm trying to say, bro.
It's, you know what?
But
This
even still-
technology has changed. You know,
Yeah.
with iPhone, yeah.
Mr. AI, bro.
Yeah, trust me, you can put that in. Yeah, exactly.
Tell him, bro.
Stuff like that.
AI.
You can put it into
Clean
a
it up.
software,
Yeah.
and you know what? As
Make
well,
a video
yeah?
from your phone.
The biggest misconception is that you need all of these big studios to get things done. Trust me, bro.
You don't, bro.
That don't even
Times
need
have
that.
changed,
Yeah, some of these iPhone mics, so clear, yeah. Like once you put that into a software, obviously there's going to be imperfections, but the average listener,
Ain't
you
gonna
know,
hear
Not hearing it, yeah.
the engineer would be like, "Oh my god, the DBs are there," but to the listener, bro, come
Well,
on,
that's just vibes in. Trust me.
yeah.
My people, listen. I do understand where people are going through, coming from, but please, man, like, whatever you go through or what happens to you, whatever you experience is what you experience. You get me? But obviously, there's only one bit of the interview that I kind of didn't rate, where man's saying, "What has he done? What's his accolades, bro?" You can go accolade for accolades, bro, and we can compare it from that time, and we can do it now. You get me? Because one thing you can't downplay of what man's done for the culture. This is 2025, bro. 2025, not 2002 or 8 years ago or 10 years ago when man was doing X, Y, and Z. This is now. You get me? And what is man doing now? What is actively man doing now? Because, bro, right now, I promise you, I can do a post right now and get 2,000 artists to attend one place. You get me? And see the talent from there and go from there. You get me? I took a break from the music scene for 3.5 years. Built a boxing platform. You get me? Had influencers boxing on the platform. I've come back from the music scene. I've come back to the music scene last year, July. Developed an artist in August. Got him from that number, 500 to 100K. 3 songs, now he's signed to Graduation, and he's doing what he needs to do. You get me? Sairu. So obviously, music takes time. You get me? And there's many other artists that man's developing. But would I say that am I putting other people first? No, I'm not putting other people first. But the accolades are coming through, bro. There's many accolades. Man can sit down and you be like, "Oh shit, was you behind that? Oh shit, was you behind that? Oh yeah, this was what man was doing." In time on this YouTube channel, you'll start seeing, "Oh shit, my man was actually behind that." You get me? Anyway, let's go on to this next thing quickly. Anyway, quickly before we go to this thing, because I know what man said. Oh, also a man saying, "Oh yeah, Bouncer, DigDat didn't need Bouncer." You get me? Okay, cool. So DigDat we parted ways when he was at the peak, yeah? So the next one, he should be going from where he needs to go. So the last song that we parted ways was DigDat H, 8 Mile concept, cool, bam. And then this song's, I think, is a silver or gold plat, yeah? Okay, cool. After this release, yeah, I'm going to break something down to you, yeah? After this release, DigDat released Buki X DigDat. Too much trapping, yeah? Now, let's play a little bit just so you look can see here which one.
So much trapping, can't wait till the man them prosper. But draw ups happening too, got the man them.
Okay, cool. That's after the project, after we split. Now, this song is not on Spotify, on digital platforms. You know why? Because the labels didn't approve the song. You get me? He just released it. Just so you understand, you get me? Because now going on to all the stuff that he's done after that, you can kind of do your research and then go see what's happened. You get me? Go see what's happened after that. You know what I'm trying to say? Now, let's go into this one, because obviously I want to kind of put this all to bed. Because Tanks, my brother, big shout out to Tanks. But you said in one of your videos that the podcast with Striker made it worse for DigDat's. So this is one of the journalists that was on the trial, and we'll hear it if it made it worse for DigDat's. So let's get into this.
So you see how they introduced the interview between Bouncer and Striker. Did that help DigDat's case, or did it make it worse? The girl, Yasmin Martins. Who was her mother giving evidence for?
But then he realised, I think, how badly he was injured, and he just drove round and came back to where he parked in the first place.
Was DigDat using legal aid? Let's talk about DigDat now, because that's just the main case that right now. That's the hot topic. Well, not right now, but that's what's been the hot topic. He's going to be sentenced soon. They said it was a later date. So how does that even work when they say we're going to sentence him at a later date? When do they come up with a date? How's the date even,
Well, I think he has got other proceedings against him later in the year. So it will depend on the outcome of that trial.
Just to give you some insights, guys. There's a few people on DigDat's case. The trial has been split. You know what I'm trying to say? There's other people that's on the case that have to go to trial. DigDat's had his trial. Do you know what I mean? They have to wait till what happens after that.
It's a bit like KO. In that case, he wasn't sentenced for quite a long time after he was found guilty, because one of his co-defendants, there was a hung jury and they had to have a retrial. Took a long time before they eventually said, right, okay, now we can go to sentencing. So, it can be surprisingly long time.
Yeah.
But especially when they know he's going to get a long time anyway. It's not as if he's going to be in, whatever time he serves on remand in custody now, he's going to come off his eventual sentence. So,
yeah. How long do you reckon they'll give him?
I was having this discussion with somebody the other day who ex-police officer, and he was going for a higher figure than I was sort of leaning more to sort of 15 to 20 years, and he was saying, no, I think it might be 25 plus, So.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
What makes you think it'll be 15 to 20 based on what you've seen before?
I think I'm wrong. I think I think you're probably going to be right, because it was a shooting with like 8 bullets, 6 hit him. And really could easily have died, so it could have been a murder charge. That sort of aggravate. That sort of shooting in public, pretty indiscriminate. Could easily have hit somebody else. Yeah, I think.
Okay, and I've got a few questions about the case as well. 2 questions that have been on my mind, and I've been waiting to ask you in person because you're going to know the answer to these things. So you see how they introduced the interview between Bouncer and Striker, and they showed that in court. Did that help DigDat's case, or did it make it worse?
Well, the jury obviously convicted him. Whether it sort of went on the balancing scales and might have helped him a bit, I don't know if it played much of a. It seemed at the time when they made it, when they decided it was going to be admissible, it seemed that would help him, because obviously.
Guys, listen, because I did see little clips on TikTok, and it's like, see, when you always see these little fake narratives, boy, it's madness. You get me? Like, obviously I understand with the internet, because sometimes the negativity. Well, for me, negativity helps man's thing grow. So don't stop. But this is from someone that's not even from our scene. You get me? So he was in the trial. He's a journalist or whatnot. He speaks on it. So you know what I'm trying to say? The intentions is always there. The intentions is always there. You get me? That's all I'm gonna say on it, on this bit.
In that, Striker is saying that he wasn't the shooter. He says basically said I saw who did it, and it wasn't him. I was amazed when the police charged him, and you think, well, if the victim says that you've got the wrong man, then the jury's going to think, well, why are we going to convict him? But
wouldn't the jury be thinking this guy's just traumatized?
Yeah,
you know, this guy's clearly just, you know, they'd probably think, because the way he said it, the way it came off in the interview, I think the jury might have taken it as, oh, this guy's definitely just doesn't want to snitch. You know, he's just,
well, it was when I spoke to the prosecutor, she sort of said that what had actually, you know, she then insisted that they played the other video, which was in which he had basically, that was one where he sort of talking to the camera.
Oh, that one where he describes the experience.
He describes the actual shooting.
Yeah.
And there's quite a lot of factual errors in it. You know, he's talking about he's talking about the shooters shooting out the tyres on his car, and then he claims that they both sort of collided, the two cars, and neither of those are true.
Oh.
So basically, you know, her point was, well, obviously his memory of the event was not right. So he might have thought he didn't see. He might have thought he saw the shooter and it wasn't DigDat, but clearly his whole memory of the night was not reliable. You know, he'd been shot in the head apart from anything else, and you know, was in a coma for several days or weeks.
Crazy, man.
Yeah, it was mad.
So yeah, that does that. You know, what that does to his memory, I don't know. But
yeah, and also another one, the girl Yasmin Martins. Did her?
Don't even need to watch all of it. Go tune into Tanks' YouTube, Tanks clips. Obviously, you can watch the full video. But I kind of just wanted to obviously, I see loads of YouTubes. You get me, pop-ups. That's what's meant to be. But when I see the title, like, and I know about titles because obviously I do clickbait titles. You get me. But I just wanted to hear the conversation. You get me. Like, man said, like, I just want to hear the conversation in it. So I just want to kind of just break down, okay, this is what Bounce has done. This is what Bounce is doing. What is man doing now? You get me? And if we're all, because everyone's always, it's easy said than done to start investing your own paper into people. So you get me? And man might do it behind closed doors. So then you can relate to me. And man might never have invested paper into people. You might have just invested your paper into your business ventures, etc., etc. So if that's the case and you have never invested money into people or whatnot, then you can't really, everyone can have an opinion, but you can't really relate in it to look at things in mindset, in my mindset. You get me? How I see things. So if I do a video tomorrow about, oh yeah, boom, we worked on this, boom, 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 there might be gems that I'm in the music world. There might be gems that I'm actually focusing on trying to educate up-and-coming artists or up-and-coming people or up-and-coming creators that take a gem from it and being like, oh, that happened to that, so I'm going to ask about that, and that. You know what I'm trying to say? So everyone looks at things as different, you get me? And one thing with me, what that I managed to do, what everyone needs to focus on is building a personal brand, you get me? So if I was that guy behind the scenes and I didn't really post or I didn't do things and boom, 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 I could probably be rubbed out. You get me? I could probably be rubbed out. Even though I'm a creative and great at what I can do and boom, 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 but I could probably be rubbed out. And the fact that I was able to kind of pivot, build a personal brand and go from there and do things like I told you guys on the 11th of May, on the 17th and 18th of May, I'm doing music masterclass seminar. And man's breaking down marketing. £1 a ticket for the first 100 people, and then it will go up. But what I'm saying is, when you can have 1,000, 2,000 people, man's off influence. Man's done something. Man's done something for the culture. You get me? So, and that's what I didn't want to do. And that's what, for me, when I said I didn't want to do, I didn't want to talk about, oh yeah, you got Accolades 6 years ago. You done that 6 years ago. I wanted to kind of talk about, okay, what's man done now? This is why man developed Sairu that has been doing music for 6, 7, 8 years. You get me? That now, in that time, this has happened. That to show you, okay, what's man's Accolades? Okay, do you know what I'm trying to say? Oh, and this is man's trauma. I want you lot to understand. Yeah, you see, man, online talking. I'm not sitting down having crazy conversations with people. I'm not. I'm in Dubai, bro. You get me? I can get top musicians, creators to come, and man can have a podcast with them, which I'll probably do in the future. But I'm not doing that. I don't need to. I can just speak about something just like this. You get me? And whether you lot take the gems, whether you lot see the intentions from it, whether you lot don't see it, but one thing, yeah, that I will always fight, bro, because you see man's L's in public, it's so easy to talk about. That's what I will say. And we'll listen to this, guys. Everyone takes L's, and maybe if people knew about your L's, they will talk on it. That's it. Maybe if people knew about your L's, that they will talk on it. So it's easy to say, oh, but my man done this, or but my man done this, or man ain't heard positive things about my man. Rare. You get me? Because I don't fall in line, bro. You get me? I do things different. I don't wait for investment. I use man's own money and build together. You get me? If I've got £10, I'll probably invest £9. You get me? And ride it out. You get me? That's it. So yeah, man. Big shout out to oh shit. Real Talks, True Stories, you get me? Big shout out to Real Talks, True Stories. I'm a big fan of Abs. I've seen him, you get me? And big shout out to all the rest of them, you get me? Airs, Paper Paps, and obviously Flashy, that's man's people, you get me? That's man's people. He's going to be growing. He's got something, I done a podcast with him, maybe, I think last year. And he's great name for the culture of what he does. So make sure you tune into him. And in terms of the development and him developing artists, he's really good at that. You get me? Really good at that. I've been getting some gems. He's been telling me some gems. You get me? So make sure you tune into him. And yeah, man, my people, man. And big shout out to everyone, man. I'm gonna take in this H interview with Posty. Thoughts in the Cully, man. That one looks good. You get me? That one looks good. But yeah, man. And what I will say also before I leave, I forgot about this one. Positioning is very important. So when I showed you this, guys, let me flip my screen. So when I showed you this and I said, oh, DigDat's Buki, when man left him was when we parted ways. When he left me, yeah, I left him at H and DigDat, 8 Mile. Bam. It's about positioning yourself. And then what's the next song to get that bigger bag. You get me? He done a song with Buki and declined. Period. Bambino, Central C's ex-friend, said that he stole my identity. He should have done this, or he could have said yes for me getting signed for 250K because my man was on the song. Well, guys, understand this. He's trying to position his deal structure and get the big bag and get to the level that he needs to get to. And then it makes sense, and then he will okay things. That's why you start seeing, go look on UK rap numbers, you start seeing that he's pushing other artists and he's behind other artists. It's all part of the plan. But sometimes not everyone understands and gets the plan. Not everyone understands the what it takes to get there. You get me? What it takes. Listen, I post long form videos every single day because I know I need to do this for 2-3 years. Because in 2-3 years, what it's going to look like when I get there, it's going to be a totally different ball game from where I am now. And how am I able to pivot and get to here? Are you with me? So that's some gems that I'm going to kind of break down with you, like trusting in the process. Don't sell for less, you get me? And take it however you want to take it. Whether you want to take it in a negative way or whether you want to take it in positive and you want to take gems from that, or in any business, do so. But take it however you want to take it. Big shout out to everyone. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Please just press the like. Press the like, man. And so much people get rattled when I say, Akhi. Man's been saying Akhi, man. I've been Muslim for like 22 years, man. Man's been saying Akhi, alhamdulillah, but man's saying it now. Man's in Dubai, so if you're rattled by that, get rattled a bit more, man.